against Virtus Pro. Let's see who will win the 9th round and have the easiest start into this best of 2 series. Of course, I have said it already, but I will tell you again. A draw is definitely possible in this matchup, even though it's unlikely between the two teams. But if one team wins one map, they will get 1 point. If they win the second map, they will get their second point. But if they lose the second map, the point will go to the other team. So we have a 1-to-1 point score, so to speak. There will be no third map, and the overtime rules are max rounds 5 with 16k start money. $30,000 up for grabs in the league. We have 10 teams in the contest. Of course, Virtus Pro, Copenhagen Wolves, Gamers 2, Property, Navi, Hellraisers, Flipside, Mousesports, Dignitas, and Penta. At the moment, Copenhagen Wolves are sitting in the 3rd place with 1 win and 1 loss against Gamers 2. And Virtus Pro is sitting on top of the group stage, or the league stage, with 2 wins out of 2 matches against Penta. So Copenhagen Wolves could take over the first spot, but let's see what they are up to in the piss round, as there is some aggression in middle already. Snappi going down to 1 HP. On the other side, we have the Terrorists losing a few HP on byali, but not too much to worry about. The CT is definitely on the receiving end right now, especially as Snappi purchased the armor. He's basically out of the round right now. The Terrorists will take it slow now that they have gotten themselves the control. Early on, they try to get it done on a long, but HUNDEN is there, and the player that has been target of criticism in the past few days, he gets himself the first frag in the match, and Copenhagen Wolves now know that the Terrorists should be around a long somewhere. They are sending out one to gather some more intel on Banana, but HUNDEN gets pushed by all the Virtus Pro players. He goes down in the end to byali. Now B split going for the Terrorists. The CTs only have 1 more defender over at the B bomb site, and he will be under pressure from both directions as the CTs push down into middle. They try to get it back onto Banana, and the Terrorists are actually re-rotating towards A. Snappy with a headshot, going to work with his 1 HP on the other side. byali takes out MSL, and now Pasha catches Snappy off guard. 2v3 situation in favor of the Terrorists. The bomb will go down, and AcilioN and SMF on the retake from both directions. SMF has a chance to take one out, but runs out of bullets. Only 6 remaining in the USP. He needs to watch out. And at the same time, his teammate AcilioN can't do anything. He needs to pick up a weapon now. SMF is a little bit too late. Pasha burned a lot of time off of the CTs. Clock now is a 2v2. But the bomb is ticking fast and fast, and the CTs don't have a defuse kit. They need to make it happen really fast, but they won't against byali, who's just dancing around, taking out SMF in the end. Making it a 1v1 with 3 frags in the round. byali was definitely the guy to win the round for Virtus Pro, even though he blows up to the bomb. It's not that big of a deal. The Poles with the first round on the board, and what a round that was. Starting off with the aggressive play by the CTs over here. Well, it's lagging on the map a little bit. Oh yeah, snap to grid, of course. And the CTs fired down into middle. They did some damage, but not enough. And then it was the Terrorist time to make something happen. They went to a long. They got control over that. They went to CT spawn, but then they got pushed from behind. And they swung back around to a great mid-round calling by the Terrorists, and it rewarded them the first round. The CTs now in a safe round. They upgraded their pistols to Deagles and CZ75s. But AcilioN already went down in Banana, I believe. So Virtus Pro off to a good start into this anti-eco round with their very limited range of weapons. Well, MP7 for 2 players, only 1 AK for byali. And now Snax will take down one with the Bison onto SMF. For the 2 situation, Snappy and HUNDEN will probably not even rotate, but only try to get some exit frags. Snappy just hanging out in the smoke. See what he's able to do with the CZ75. He's at least eavesdropping onto Snax there, and Snax will receive a hail of bullets but not go down. 15 HP remaining. Snax now tries to hide away. Snappi moves in, eager to get the frag, but will it be shut down by Snax? In the end, 4v1, HUNDEN holds on to his CZ75 and the grenades. 2-0. Not too many problems. Now HUNDEN actually with a frag against Pasha. Not able to get his hands onto the SMG, however. And the Poles lost 2 players in the process of winning that round. Not too much to worry about, especially as they didn't purchase Galeers or AKs. So they feel very confident right now. On the other side, we have Copenhagen Wolves with a full save now. The CZ75 got dropped to Snappi. And HUNDEN, of course, with the equipment that he saved, will stay on the B bomb side. CTs with a 4-man stack over there. They push all the way down. Let's see, Pasha under pressure. He gets himself 2 frags, then gets shut down by Snappi. And the terrorists, of course, now know that it's going to be only one guy over at the A bomb, so they take him out easily and plant the bomb at the same time. Now Snappi with that AK, he could do some decent damage to the terrorists if they can't intercept him before that. HUNDEN goes down to Neo, swift headshots with the P250. Another nice shot onto Snappi, catching him off guard there. Neo eager to get the frag, and he will put him down. Taking that AK as well. 3-0. Virtus.pro didn't have too many problems. Even though the CTs went for a cheeky play over at Banana, it didn't really pay off for the CTs. Now we have the first rifle round ahead of us. Look at the CTs' money. They have bought everything they can. No head armor for 4 of the players, however, and a FAMAS for SMF. So it's not the strongest of the rifles on the CT's hands. On the same account, we have Taz with a P90 for the terrorists, and he will be amongst his teammates taking care of apartments in a second. The rest of Virtus.pro just spread out, trying to get map control, trying to have as many openings as possible, and to force as much pressure onto the CT's defenders as possible. Now Copenhagen Wolves stay in their positions, but as I stated, AcilioN on top of that smoke, great play by him, taking out Pasha. Very nice surprise element there for AcilioN, taking it into his hands and making it a 5v4 situation. Now the CTs have gotten some control over Banana. They fall back into the deeper parts of B, and they trust their A defenders to hold on to their bomb site with MSL, SMF and Snappi over at A long. They will face off against byali, Taz and Snax, and Neo will be coming in a little bit delayed. 25 seconds on the clock. The terrorists need to hurry up. They need to make it happen right now. If they lose the bomb in an awkward place, it would be crucial for the round. Snax goes to work, but SMF with a double kill onto byali and him makes it a 2v4. But in a second, Taz moves in and 1 CT dropped actually. So it was a 3v2 situation. Now it's a 2v2. And MSL is pretty upset with the situation right there. And Neo covers a library, of course, takes down AcilioN, who was trying to get as fast as possible to somewhere where he could do some damage, but now it's HUNDEN alone, and we should actually restart that round. In my opinion, the one player that was dropped was on the A bomb site, and he had full HP, he had a rifle, and he had a few terrorists lined up for him. On the other side, Virtus.pro will probably not be too happy, as they think it's going to be their round anyway, and the Poles will win it. But a little bit of a weird situation now. Let's see what the admins are saying. As Copenhagen Wolves tries to get their player back. We have no information about what is going on right now, but Virtus.pro with a 4-0 scoreline, and we can take a lengthy look at the scoreboard right now. 4 frags for byali, Neo and Pasha, and byali had 3 frags in the pistol round. Virtus.pro can definitely thank him for his performance so far. On the other side, we have 3 frags for HUNDEN, who was, as I said, the target of criticism in the past. He kind of thinks, or he's aware of that fact, that he's at least not the strongest in fragging, so he needs to step it up, and he's trying to do that to get Copenhagen Wolves to the next stages in their evolvement. Basically, they had a good shot at qualifying for the SLTV Star Series offline finals, but they missed that chance. They dropped out of ESEA Season 18, basically, with a 4-12 record, 4 wins and 12 losses. So this is the league that they can get themselves some their hands on some money, and at the same time make themselves shine again and make their organization and their fans proud. And HUNDEN, of course, is one of the elements that they need to step up if they want to achieve that. Now let's see where this goes. As I said, still no info. We just need to be patient until SMF is back, I guess. He was on a real roll as well in this round. He took down 2 on the entry of the A bomb site, and he was in pit, so it was a prone position to take control of the A bomb site or keep the terrorists from taking control. So he was around here as the CTs moved in, as the terrorists moved in from here, and he could have taken out at least 1 more to make it a 2v1 situation. With the bomb planted, the CTs on a retake, it could have gone either way, but Copenhagen Wolves definitely had a shot at winning this round if they had SMF in pit. So I thank you again for tuning in. Of course, the winner of the CSGO Champions League will win $15,000. And as I said before, we have a 10-team group stage played like a league. For example, like the NHL. And the top 6 teams of this league will advance to the playoffs, where we have a best-of-3 double elimination format. And we will determine the winner of those $15,000 in that lengthy playoff stage. We have a few more matches coming up today. Of course, at 8 o'clock it will be Dignitas against Team Property, the Swedes against the Danish squad. And tomorrow we will have more action, and even the day after tomorrow we will see more games being played. Just ahead of Katowice, this is a great way to see the teams perform and to see how they shape up just in front of the major. Of course, we have teams like Navi and Flipside in there, and Hellraisers, of course, Virtus Pro, all teams that participate in the major. Penta is in there as well. They go to Poland as well. We will see if we actually see those teams play tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, as of course they need to travel to Poland as well. So it might get shifted around, but we will have matches tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So stay tuned to the channel, follow it. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter, and you can follow the CSGO Champions League on Twitter as well. You should have seen the links in the trailer. Other than that, I can give you my social media in the chat real quick. No, Copenhagen Wolves are not faking DDoS. It is a VAC error. So he got dropped because there is no log on. No, it's not a vac ban, it's a vac arrow. I don't think that SMF actually needs hacks. He's one of the sturdier players in Copenhagen Wolves. But he definitely needs some time to reconnect to the server, that's for sure. VAR, back arrow. Yeah, so we had definitely a fair share of DDoS in the past few matches, but luckily not for the Champions League. So let's keep our fingers crossed that the DDoSers stay away from the games. I don't know, Malcolm. I think it's just a bug with something. Maybe eBot, maybe something like that. This is basically the start. You have Mr. Pissed Around, which was very entertaining. We can walk through that again. The Pissed Around, just to reiterate for everyone that has missed it, started off with CT aggression in middle. Then the terrorists were forced down into the back of middle. Of course, they tried to stay away from the CTs for now and just maintain their numbers, maintain their 5 players, keep them alive and keep them as healthy as possible so that they can use them to pressure them later on. So after that, the terrorists have pushed into a long where HUNDEN got the first frag. Then it was not over yet. Virtus.pro had 1 player over here at banana, at the bottom of banana basically. And the CTs were all over the A bomb site and they had 1 defender over at B. So then Virtus.pro went for the B split. They figured, okay, we have eyes on this 1 CT over here. It's easiest if we take him out and just push the B bomb site together. 25. So, the CTs were under heavy pressure. HUNDEN got taken out, and the terrorists were all in CT spawn, basically, with 1 player over here. And the CT over at the B bomb site was kind of lost over there. If Virtus.pro had pushed it, but at the same time, the CTs made their way over there into the bottom of middle and forced this terrorist back into CTs, into the terrorist spawn. So then Virtus.pro figured, okay, let's go back to the A bomb site. And that's what they did in the end. It did quite work out. It was very close. byali was then cramped into that corner against 2 CTs, but of course the rotation was a little bit too slow. There was, for example, Pasha got 1 easy frag over here against Snappi. Pasha was, I believe he was around here, and Snappi just crossed him, tried to get to A apartments, and Pasha took him out over here. That was one of the crucial frags. If Snappi took out Pasha over here, he could have pushed into the A bomb set from balcony and made it so much harder for the terrorists to get the first round on the board. So that's how mid-round calling works actually. You need to have a map in front of you basically all the time and see in yourself, see in your mind how the players position themselves and what is going on. And then you have to make a decision on top of that in basically 1 second. Virtus.pro was very good at that. In that 1 round, they showed off that they can mid-round call very, very nicely with 2 basic re-rotations. Once they aborted the A long go and actually went into CT spawn. Then they wanted to go for the B split, but then they went back to A again. So it was 2 or 3 mid-round calls that completely switched the strategy around. And it's quite hard to stay on top of everything in those situations. The score is 4-1 in favor of Virtus.pro, as you can see over here. Bushwookie, yeah, no one likes me. No, there's actually no real reason for that. So you can read the chat even though the Steel Series logo is in your way. Byali said, vodka is too expensive in Poland. Sadly for Copenhagen Wolves, they didn't qualify for Katowice, so they can't buy their own vodka over there. So the players are probably getting cold right now. There should be something like a mid-game warm-up mode if the game is paused, so the players can still walk around and shoot each other. And it's not a DDoS, so it's just an error. And it needs to get figured out sometime soon. So Virtus.pro picked up the AWP even though they are aware of the fact that the CTs need to save right now. At the same time, Taz still has the P90, so I think Pasha will just try to stay back, get the early peak, and then just let his teammates work until they have some basic control over the map. And then they can use Pasha to cover their retreat, for example. Something like that. They need to keep that AWP alive. If they should lose it to the CTs, it would be worst case scenario. Especially as HUNDEN still has the AK. If the CTs go for another gamble, they had a 4-man stack over at the B bomb set in the second round already. If Copenhagen Wolves go for another gamble and put that AK into one side, maybe have the other 4 people over at the other bomb site, it could get hairy for Virtus.pro. And there he is, finally. SMF is not very happy with Valve, but we are back with the game and we need to set the right money for SMF. Something really nice is Copenhagen Wolves didn't complain about the round before. It was a rifle round. It was the first rifle round. It was a very important round. They were up in a 3v3 situation. Then SMF dropped with his rifle in a crucial position, and Copenhagen Wolves did not complain whatsoever. They didn't ask for a round restart or something like that. They admitted their fate, they went with it, and now they try to make up for that unfortunate turn of events in the round that we just saw 15 minutes ago. But we're just waiting for SMF to get the right amount of money, and then we are back with the match. It is the first map between Copenhagen Wolves and Virtus.pro. Of course, a draw is possible in the CSGO Champions League. We will play 2 maps. Each map is worth 1 point. So there won't be a third map. And if the 2 teams separate with a 1-1 scoreline, CSGO Lounge will return your skins. Yeah, we have to talk about the overlay again with the chat. I have to talk to our graphics designer. The game started already, as you can see. Bloody Road, if each team wins one map, they each get 1 point. You can take a look at that, for example. There, in this link, you can see the group or the league, how it is right now, the teams that participate, and the recent results as well. Push Wookie, because we want to see a few more games compared to best of 1, but a best of 3 doesn't really give you as many points as a best of 2. So the decision behind that was probably to give each team the opportunity to play their opponent twice and to make up for their mistakes in the first map, so they can come back against them. They have the mind game going on, for example. And I think that was the base of that decision. It's not actually 200. I think it was 600 still. Okay, wait a second. Let's try this. Hey, RC. Samu, you are head mod of the slow mode right now. And if it gets too spammy, slightly increase the slow mode. So we still have the wrong amount of money for SMF. As you can see, he had 500. Now he has 100 because he purchased a CSET 75. And he probably needs to reconnect, or we need to manually set the start money and have him reconnect to the server. But the admins are on it, and we will get the action back in a few seconds. So no, still wrong money for SMF. And the best of 2, compare it to a football league. You know, each team plays each other once in the first round and then a second time in the second round. We figured it would be easier to have both teams play the 2 maps right after each other. So it's basically 2 singled out best of 1s. But they are played together, so we call it best of 2. If you call it 2 best of 1s, it might make more sense to you. So now we are back with the game. SMF just goes along with the wrong amount of money, I guess. So let's see what the terrorists are able to do against that AK in the hands of HUNDEN. Basically, he is the one person in the CT squad to do some damage, but at the moment it looks like the CTs have lost control over the B bomb site, and Pasha and Neo are eager to get control of that department of the map. They are pushing forward together, and as soon as they have figured out that there is no more CT opponent over there, they will call in their teammates and they will get to the B bomb site in a few seconds. Still some pushes in middle. Snax takes out MSL there on the balcony, no problem for him. It is an anti-eco round after all. 3v5 situation. HUNDEN still has that AK and he will save it for the next round. No doubt about that. On the other side, we have the terrorists pushing or still staying in their forward positions. Neo pushes forward as well. They are getting closer and closer to that AK. They try to strip it off of HUNDEN's hands to make him purchase more in the next round. And let's see if HUNDEN can hold on to that AK. for his teammates to make it a little bit easier to buy up next round, and of course to have that additional money. SMF takes out Neo. He picks himself up the AK that Neo dropped, and we have a 3v4. The terrorists still eager to get those weapons, but they expose themselves a little bit too much. Taz under fire of HUNDEN. HUNDEN misses that shot. He should have taken Taz out there. And Taz still playing around a little bit, instigating over there. 5-0 the scoreline right now, and the CT is on the second rifle round with 2 AKs that they have saved. It's a huge bonus for them, and HUNDEN now has 4k in the bank. The rest of the squad, of course, brought down to 200, 100, something like that. Virtus.pro still with the P90 in the hands of Taz, but they are now up against some decent opposition, and it got really close in the first rifle round. Copenhagen Wolves now with a chance to get their first round on the board, and they really need to grab that chance. If they let Virtus.pro take a 6th round right now, it could get very, very hard for them. And if they keep Virtus.pro from reaching 6 or 7 rounds altogether and win the remaining 10 rounds of this first half, Copenhagen Wolves have a decent shot at winning that first map. But they first need to win 10 in a row, and I highly doubt that. So let's see how many they can actually rob off of Virtus.pro. HUNDEN with that spray through the smoke takes away some attention of the terrorists as they move forward, but Snappi takes away Neo as he moves forward. Another frag by Snappi. Great shots by him from the A bomb site, makes it a 3v5 situation. And there is AcilioN with his silence M4. He gumps in like a ninja from behind, takes out 2 and leaves Pasha alone. And as I said already, if that AWP in the hands of Pasha gets lost, it will be very expensive for the terrorists, no doubt about that. And look at MSL having that nice angle, seeing the shadow of Pasha before Pasha comes around the corner, and MSL was on the trigger already. No chance for the Polish biceps to take it, and they make it 5-1. Now Copenhagen Wolves not out of the thick of things yet, but at least they got Snappi the stand-in to perform really nicely in this first, or in the second rifle round. In the first round that Copenhagen Wolves have clinched, and there is Taz with a very fast opening frag. Now they have flash and standing in the Molotov. AcilioN takes down 2. Great effort by him to keep a hold of the top of Banana and make it a 3v4 situation in favor of the CTs. But Snax is still lurking around the A apartments, takes out SMF from afar and pulls back as well. Copenhagen Wolves are not able to get anything on the board right now as Pasha pushes through the smoke. He takes out MSL, who was not prepared for that. Now Snappi and AcilioN separated from each other against 3 terrorists who coming into the B bomb set from every direction. AcilioN moves out of the Molotov, gets himself the headshot onto Pasha, makes it a 2v2. And now he's in a good position. He's got 3 frags already. He smoked himself off, but Snax with a desperate move gets himself the frag on the board, cleans up the B bomb set, makes it a 2v1. And Snappi needs to make it happen for his squad. If they lose this one, they are back to saving. And of course, Snappi is aware of that. He moves in. He changed his AWP for an M4. And now he's coming for Snax. Snax moves around the corner. He dances the dance of the bomb. And it will waste a lot of time on Snappi. Snappi smokes off Snax. Now tries to go for the defuse, but Snax has him lined up perfectly. 3 frags for him. Keeps the CTs from coming back into the match and makes it 6-1 in favor of the Polish side. And well, I did lie. Copenhagen Wolves are not back to saving. They still able to afford a buy and even an AWP for Snappi. But 2 FAMASs for SMF and MSL. And the fact that the CTs are able to buy up right now was only due to the 2 AKs that they have saved in the previous round. So they are actually able to get 2 decent rifles for the teammates. But Taz gets a decent headshot onto Snappi, straight into the head against the AWP. Removes one of the strongest rifles for the CTs. Now SMF tries to fight back with his spray. HUNDEN comes in to support his teammate into the arch side, and the CTs on a very fast rotation already. They need to watch out to not over-rotate. There's still 1 minute on the clock, and Virtus.pro didn't really commit to the A bomb site, so the Polish side could easily rotate back to the B bomb site. Now Copenhagen Wolves reinforce that as Pasha goes to work onto HUNDEN in library. Snax almost sprays down MSL in the pit, and the CTs are reeling right now against the 4 terrorists who are storming the A bomb site, and they pull back again. Virtus.pro is so so amazingly patient with their strategies. They are rotating back to the B bomb site as they have figured out that AcilioN and SMF are around the A bomb site already. It's way easier to plant the bomb over there, and maybe this is some kind of a training match. Virtus Pro practices their mid-round calling, and maybe they go for situations like that and try to get themselves the ability to re-rotate in any sort of direction at any point of the round. And the Poles now perfectly planted a bomb over at B, and on the lookout for some weapons, trying to go for some exit frags. The CTs obviously need to hang on to their rifles for the next round, otherwise, well, depending on how many rifles they can actually take to the next round, they need to save or force buy. So Copenhagen Wolves need to hold on to them. MSL with a shot against Snax, who performed so good last round. Now he loses that matchup against MSL, but he had the better position. The round still goes to the hands of Virtus Pro, 7-1. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. 7 frags for Snax, 6 for Pasha. On the other side we have SMF with 7 and 6 for AcilioN. And the one rifle round on the board for Copenhagen Wolves definitely was thanks to Snappi and thanks to AcilioN at the same time. Now the CT's on that buy that I mentioned already, the Max 7 for HUNDEN. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's see where HUNDEN is. He's on the B bomb site with his incendiary nade, trying to line that up as AcilioN goes down to Pasha on the opening frag for on the B bomb site. Pasha already spotted him, the second prey, and he goes to work as well. Makes it a 5v3 already. Pasha with 2 very nice shots to open it up on the B bomb site. Gets flashed a little bit, but that doesn't keep him from ringing off a few shots in the smoke as Snappi takes out Snax. The CT's on another save already. Virtus Pro playing so good right now. 2 opening frags are enough for them to clinch the round, and it was like it was in the round before when they got 2 frags and then they abused their number advantage to force a rotation to the CTs. They abused the rotation, they abused the weaker positions, and then they just won the round basically with only 2 frags. And now they did it 2 times in a row. And let's see how long they can keep it up like that. Very nice strategic play by Virtus Pro. They tell you, or they teach you, that it's not always the frags that win the rounds, but also the strategy and the tactics and the mid-round calling. Copenhagen Wolves on another save, of course, allowing the CTs to save as many weapons as Virtus Pro did in the rounds before, repeatedly gives them the chance to buy up again. And now HUNDEN and AcilioN with 2 FAMASs, they go for that nade setup already. It's their only setup right now, and Pasza so fast. He takes out AcilioN already. The refrag in favor of the CTs will level it back up to 4v4. And HUNDEN maintains control of the top of Banana, calls in for some rotation, but gets blown up by Pasha. Great play by Virtus Pro. Now Snappi tries to maintain control of the top of Banana, drops the bomb as well, calls in for the rotation, but in the meantime Snax took out SMF over at the A bomb site, and Virtus Pro got the bomb out of the top of Banana as MSL still holds on to the A bomb site. He takes out Snax, makes it a 2v2. CT is still unsure where the terrorists are headed at as byali and Pasha make their way to the A bomb site. MSL is there to slow them down a little bit, but it's not enough. byali takes him out, makes it a 2v1 situation. Now Snappi in another 2v1. He already almost made it happen in one of them. Now he needs to step it up, and he needs to be very quick as well. And actually he was on the crossroads. You could see him slow down over here, and he decided to take that turn and save his weapon for the next round. Virtus Pro will make it 9-1. And that on the terrorist side on Inferno is a very good scoreline to start into a game like that. Oh, Pasha, hurry up. It's going to be close, and he goes down, and his teammate as well. Well, he was in a safe spot basically, but turned the wrong corner. 9-1. Virtus Pro gets stripped of their weapons, and the CTs keep their AK, so they are back on a 4 spy. As I said, Copenhagen Wolves are able to buy up every single round again thanks to saving so many weapons. And on the other side now, Virtus Pro with 5 AKs and not too much money. If they should lose it without planting the bomb, it could be a little bit awkward for them. But AcilioN spots himself the first position. He gets a frag onto Neo in a desperate, basically saving his own life in this situation. 5v4, Virtus Pro pulls back out of Banana. And the CT's on another very fast rotation already. As you can see, Snappi was on his way to the B bomb site already. Now he's back to cover middle. But the CTs really need to watch out to not over-rotate in those situations. Virtus Pro is a team that has a lot of experience, and they can use that experience as well. They have shown us already in this matchup. And they are very patient right now. Now executing on the B bomb site, tossing a few Molotovs in there. HUNDEN still trying to find himself the first frag. He goes to work onto Taz. And now they are smoked off with his pro in control of the B bomb site. But there are still 2 CTs over there. As Snappi just chimes in with 1. He gets shut down by Snax instantly. 2v4. Now make that a 1v4. As Snax is alone inside the B bomb site, surrounded by CTs. SMF will put him out of his misery. As Copenhagen Wolves get their second round on the board. But it was, or it is, a little bit late to start counting rounds for the CTs. If they can win the rest of this half, it would still be a devastating scoreline for them in this first half. But as I said, Virtus Pro in a somewhat awkward position right now. They are about to lose momentum just because they let the CT save so many weapons, and once they all went down, even though the bomb was planted and the round was going their way, they weren't able to save the 2 weapons. Pasha and Snax, I believe, were going down to the bomb in that situation, and now Snax lacks that rifle. Virtus Pro with a Tech 9 in there, even though they won quite a few rounds in a row. They are on the brink of saving already. Now the Danes in their basic positions, 2 and 3 split on A and B, nothing too special coming out. And they say that they go for the peak for the information in Banana, but they just didn't find anyone over there. Virtus Pro once again very patient, 44 seconds on the clock, still no determination by the Polish side. Okay, Taz and Snax are on the A bomb side, the 3 remaining players on B, and they tried this, or they used this setup earlier in the match already. Snax was just hanging back in apartments, went into the A bomb set, delayed, and tried to get that backstab going over there. As AcilioN with a good pre-nade, pre-incendiary nade, but byali with the refrag. AcilioN with his second, he really does his job in a great fashion on the B bomb set, but this time he was caught off guard with a nade in his hands. byali with a double kill over at the B bomb site, plants the bomb as well. He does all the jobs that are available for Virtus Pro right now. 3v3 situation. The CT's coming in with 2 players from the B bomb site, from Banana, and both of them get shut down by Snax and a swift double kill. Snappi is now alone in construction site, and there's not much left for him to do except for trying to get that exit frags on the B bomb site, and he knows that there's somebody behind him. Smokes that off to be safe for now. And the terrorists will actually exit the bomb site without losing any more players. 10-2 now in favor of Virtus Pro. Looking very good for the Polish side. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. (11-7) for Snax. 9 frags for Pasha. On the other side we have 8 and 9 for AcilioN, Snappi and SMF. So Virtus Pro on another basics build up on the strategy. Nice nade there by Pasha on top of Banana. Gets himself the frag onto AcilioN as well. He tried to get there alone without any support whatsoever, without any flashes. It was a deft move, a bold move, but AcilioN definitely didn't have the right rifle for getting any frags over there. Virtus Pro with a man advantage now. MSL eager to get it back to a 4v4. He gets himself a second one in apartments as well. Now HUNDEN stumbles upon Pasha, but he's too desperate to get that frag. Actually messes up his spray. Pasha gets away with 14 HP, and this should have been an easy frag for HUNDEN over there at the B bomb site. Now Virtus Pro on the move to B. Gets flashed a little bit, gets slowed down. Pasha tosses another nade, gets himself the headshot onto Snappi, makes it a 3v3 again, and the terrorists are on the move. They just need to find one more frag and they can plant the bomb. byali does that, and Neo gets another frag onto SMF in CT spawn. It's MSL to save his weapon, and look at the HP on the terrorist side. 14 for Pasha, 4 for byali, and 11 for Neo. This could have easily gone the other way, but HUNDEN missed that crucial frag onto Pasha, and Pasha got himself another frag in the B bomb site. So if HUNDEN put down Pasha, that first frag in the B bomb site wouldn't have happened. And yeah, you can imagine the rest of the story yourself. Copenhagen Wolves now down 11-2 on the CT side. Looks horrific for them right now, but they at least have saved an AK, so that's kind of a small benefit for them, but it probably won't help them against the 5 rifles lineup of Virtus Pro. Now let's see where they put that AK. MSL is going for the B bomb site straight away, goes for that early peek, tries to get that frag, but Pasha takes him out on the car. AcilioN is down to 2 HP as well, but AcilioN still gets a frag before Taz silences him for this round. 4v3 situation. The CTs lost their rifle, however, and what a shot by Pasha. You could see that MSL was on that door, and Pasha just performing so good right now. 2 frags for him, and the 12th round on the board for Virtus Pro. The Biceps once again picking up the pace just before Katowice in Poland. The Polish squad back in shape, back on track, and maybe they will win another major over there. They are definitely not the favorites in Katowice, but they weren't last time, and they still managed to win it. Now let's see if Copenhagen Wolves can win this round and maybe keep themselves alive in this first map. Of course, the second map will be Dust 2. The Copenhagen Wolves need to win that last round of this first half in the CSGO Champions League. It is the 5th match, and Copenhagen Wolves are not looking too good. Virtus Pro already won 2 maps against Penta last week. A 21-15 and a 16-10, and now it's SMF opening up on the apartments against Taz. byali almost gets a refrag over there from back down in middle, but still a 5v4. SMF just got out with his life, and he could retreat into the A bomb site. That's what he did, holding hands with MSL in the pit. And Virtus Pro is considering an A execution right now. Pasha is still hanging out in B banana, but he's pulling back and he's trying to get to his teammates to accompany them in the push. And they are up against only 2 CTs. Okay, Snappi will be very fast to rotate, but the terrorists choose to go into the A short approach. MSL with the first frag, Neo with the refrag. MSL gets 2 in a row and a 3rd, a 4th in the whole round. And what a headshot that was onto Pasha. What a frag by MSL. They just dropped into his crosshair on the truck. He just kept pulling the trigger, and there were more terrorists coming his way. They all swarmed him like lemmings. And in the end, Copenhagen Wolves got themselves the 3rd round on the board. Maybe they can take that momentum, take that 4K for MSL into the next round and start off with the pistol in their back. Ah, yeah, of course, we have the wrong start money right now. 2,900 was set for SMF last time he disconnected. And now we need to restart this half with the right start money. But Copenhagen Wolves with the last round of this half, maybe, as I said, they can take that momentum to the next half and win the pistol round. And from there on, it's just up to Virtus Pro if they can get themselves the economy and the game sense going. No, Taz is still dead. There we go. Now everything is set and we are set to go 12-3. We have 13 frags for Pasha, numerous double kill rounds and exceptional performance for him. Snax with 11 frags. On the other side we have 10 for AcilioN, who just performed as well as Pasha did for his squad. AcilioN was definitely the guy to make it happen for Copenhagen Wolves. On the other side then we have 9 for MSL and 9 for SMF. Snappi of course a stand-in, not doing too bad either. But now Copenhagen Wolves need to win the pistol round to make themselves have a shot in this first map of the CSGO Champions League match between them and Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro with 2 dual elites for Pasha and Neo. A USP for Snax, and he's the only one to have a defuse kit. Let's see where he is at. He is the guy to rotate, of course. The terrorist now with a 5-man train into the B bomb set against only one CT over there. Neo still gets himself 1 frag before he gets put down by MSL. The best that he could do in this situation. It's a 4v4. The terrorist still trying to get control of CT spawn, and MSL is there with his headshot. Now AcilioN needs to go huge again. 3 CTs. He gets himself the frag onto Pasha. Now Taz moves in with his 5-7. He gets himself the headshot, but he's down to 17 HP. It's a 3v2 situation. The CTs need to move fast. They need to retake the bomb site in a swift manner, but they are flashed off. MSL slows them down, rings off a few shots, retreats into construction site, and now the CTs are running out of time and running out of numbers as well, as Snappi puts down byali. It's the 4th round on the board for Copenhagen Wolves, and thanks to MSL it was 12-4. Virtus.pro on a save now, and Copenhagen Wolves purchase whatever they can afford already. Compared to the Virtus.pro second round, look at Copenhagen Wolves. They have 3 AKs and 2 Galils. Virtus.pro only had 2 MP7s, 1 pistol in there, and 1 AK only, and a P90 for Taz. So comparison, you can basically judge who has more respect for his opponent. Now Snappy loses the first exchange to Pasha's P250, goes down to 54 HP and needs to retreat. A 4-man stack over at the A bomb site by Virtus.pro. In Copenhagen Wolves now pulling back to Banana, trying to make it happen over there. Virtus still not rotating. They still have that smoke working for them. But Neo will face off against 4, maybe 5 terrorists in a second. They flash themselves through the smoke. Good flash for them. HUNDEN goes to work. He gets himself the easy headshot against Neo. And the terrorists are sweeping into the B bomb site. There's nobody else in there. They still check every single corner. Desperate, or good work by them basically. Not really desperate, but very thorough by them. And a 4v5 after plan positions. The CTs just try to get some exit frags, and a nice setup there on bottom of Banana, having byali and Snax over there. Snax would be the guy to pop up as soon as byali spots anyone. Let's see if they can successfully take out any terrorists. Snax even tries to bait them into pushing, but it's not going to happen. Virtus.pro lose another round, the second one in this second half. And of course it is the first map. And Virtus.pro of course still with a save. This time they have a deagle for Snax. byali saved us 5-7 of course. And Copenhagen Wolves will take their time to set up their strategy. They don't want to lose a single player early on. They don't want to give Virtus.pro the chance to get into this round at all. They try to figure out where the CTs are right now, and they try to get their number advantage to work in favor of them and not let themselves stumble into a stack by the CTs or into somewhat weird crossfire setup between a P250 and a 5.7 or a Deagle that fires from afar. It's all possible, and now you can see what I talk about is Virtus Pro have that 4-man stack over at the A bomb site. 5-man terrorist lineup in front of B, however, and once again it's going to be Neo to face off against the Copenhagen Wolves. The whole pack will move into the B bomb site. They flash through the smoke. They don't want to waste any time. SMF already had Neo's number from afar. He goes to work onto Pasha as well. Great shot by him with the Galil, making it a 4v3 situation already, but they are not aware of Snax as SMF takes him out really swiftly. AcilioN takes out byali. It's a 1v4. Taz in construction site. They already know where he's at, and they are already surrounding him with players, not giving him the chance to get out of there alive. Another round on the board for Copenhagen Wolves, 12-6. They're getting closer and closer, but now it's the first rifle round for Virtus Pro. And now we can see where this game is going to go. If Virtus Pro pick it up and string together 2 or 3 rounds, they are on match point, of course, and they have probably broken the economy for the terrorists, depending on how many plans and saves they can get. So Virtus Pro could win this game with this round and the following round, basically. Let's see if Copenhagen Wolves can do anything about that. They try to execute on the A-bomb set for the first time in the second half. They have 5 players stuck up in there. byali and Taz with the opening frags, but HUNDEN and AcilioN fight back as Pasha puts down the bomb in middle. It's an awkward situation for the terrorists. They are separated from each other now. The bomb needs to be picked up by Snappi, who just got away from Pasha. Pasha doesn't know where the bomb went, and the bomb will go down on the A bomb site. It's a 2v3 in favor of the CTs. Pasha still on the lookout for anyone inside the apartments. And AcilioN on top of Graveyard on the lookout for any CTs that approach the bomb site. Of course, he needs to step it up for his squad. He goes to work onto Snax, but he's down to 11 HP and he will be flanked by Pasha, who's coming from the apartments. Great flash work by AcilioN. Neo now against the 11 HP weak Danish player, and Neo gets himself the frag, but the incendiary nade will keep him from defusing the bomb, and Copenhagen Wolves will win the first rifle round thanks to Acilion's double kill in a 3v1 situation, and thanks to his heads-up play, tossing that Molotov at the bomb in his last breath, basically. Even though Neo got the frag, he couldn't defuse the bomb anymore as it was on flames. Copenhagen Wolves inch through that first rifle round and make it 7-12. Now Virtus Pro with a Nova and an M4 for Neo. He of course saved that from the last round, and a P250 for byali and Snax 5.7 for Taz. On the other side we have the first AWP for Copenhagen Wolves. Let's see where they take it. Of course, initial setup in middle as Banana is still smoked off. Copenhagen Wolves work on apartments. They started off really slow and they want to stay ahead of Virtus Pro, and they want to stay ahead of the movement of the CTs. They don't want to rush into a weird stack, as I already said. Now Neo has that M4 on the B bomb site alone, and the 4 remaining players are in the A bomb site. As usual, Virtus Pro went for that same setup basically in every single round in the second half. And let's see if Neo can do some more damage compared to the rounds before. He was more or less surprised, and he was flashed and pushed through the smoke in so many different situations that he couldn't get himself more than 1 frag each situation. Now he gets himself the first onto HUNDEN, makes it a 5v4, calls in for the rotation of his teammates. They are already close by. Snappi puts down Neo, takes out the rifle, and now it's Pasha with the Nova walking through the smoke. He's stuck behind those boxes, and the bomb will be planted. 4v4 after plant situation. Snax down to 14, but at the same time AcilioN is down to 26. Now MSL rings off a few shots, takes down Taz to 3, but still no frags on the retake as Snax gets himself the first. The CTs just try to grind out a few frags. They know that the round is probably lost if the terrorists don't massively mess up, but they could still get themselves some rifling or some rifles for the next round, and maybe some additional money thanks to the kills. byali and Snax get 2 frags each. Well, not each, but 1. And Snappi gets himself 2 with the AWP before he gets blown up by the bomb. Pasha will be the only survivor in this round, but the bomb, of course, blows up and the round goes to Copenhagen Wolves 12-8. The Danes on another bye round, and Virtus.pro stick to the Nova in Pasha's hands. The rest of the squad goes for the rifles. And they have all the nades they are looking for. Virtus.pro with a really good chance to turn the momentum around. But Copenhagen Wolves are picking up the pace right now. And they're feeling more confident by the second. The more rounds they get on the board, the harder it will be for Virtus.pro not only to win a round for themselves, but also to demolish the mindset of the Danish squad. As they are making their way into the A-bombs, and SMF fires off a few shots from above. AcilioN takes out the second CT on the A-bomb side, makes it a 3v5. Really fast execution by Copenhagen Wolves, catching the CTs off guard. And, well, SMF shouldn't have gotten that frag. The CTs were definitely looking the wrong directions. Now Snax gets himself the frag onto SMF, who is looking the wrong direction. But Virtus.pro on a save already. Even though Snax could go for a cheeky ninja defuse, there are still 2 terrorists taking care of that. And they will wait for the bomb to tick down until they can leave the bomb site. Pasha got himself a frag with the Nova in the meantime, but it's all done and out for Virtus.pro. It will be 12-9. Copenhagen Wolves show that they can do some massive damage on the terrorist side with now 6 rounds in a row on the second half. And that's more than Virtus.pro did in the first half. So, you know the story. Copenhagen Wolves are on a roll right now. Let's see who's in the lead on the frag account. 16 frags for AcilioN, 14 frags for Snappi. On the other side we have 16 for Pasha and 15 for Snax. And Virtus.pro with the AWP for Pasha. He did some massive damage with that in one of the terrorist rounds already, with 2 opening shots on the B bomb site. But now he just doesn't see anyone in his crosshair, so there's nobody to shoot. If there's nobody to shoot, you can't actually kill anyone. But now it's the B execution by Copenhagen Wolves with full strength. They walk in, they are in a 4v4, but a double nade will dispatch off a Snax in the back of the bomb site. The bomb will go down at the same time, and the CTs are too slow to rotate. They are smoked off already. And Virtus.pro need to save their weapons. They can't afford to lose that AWP in a situation like that, where Copenhagen Wolves are about to make it 12-10. It will be, of course, a matter of economy as well in the later stages of this game. And Virtus.pro can't afford to give that edge to the terrorists too easily. And at the same time, you can still see the respect that Copenhagen Wolves have for their opponents. They are not going for the frags. They were all exiting the bomb site in a safe manner. They didn't actually push forward. They didn't want to risk their own rifles. But if they could have removed the remaining 3 guns in Virtus.pro's hands, they could have forced them to go on a very weird buy or on a save even. Maybe this would have been the chance for Copenhagen Wolves, but they tried to go the safe way. And nothing wrong about that. 12-10, 2 rounds between the 2 teams. SMF with that opening shot onto Pasha, but Taz and byali at the same time get 2 frags in apartments and make it a 4v3. Now Copenhagen Wolves are man down, and now they need to figure out where to go and how to get their 3 remaining men to win them the round. If Virtus.pro wins this, they are back on track, and they could do it, and they could win the first map in this best of 2 series. Neo with the frag onto MSL on the B bomb side. Copenhagen Wolves now re-rotate towards A. They figure it's going to be easier to make it happen over there. 55 seconds on the clock, so a lot of time to work with, but Virtus.pro is not stupid. If there's no action in front of B, we rather go for a slight rotation and some informational play. They put 1 in top of Banana while Snax is on the rotation already. Neo holds on to B alone. Let's see if Copenhagen Wolves find themselves the 2 crucial frags over at the A bomb site, and then they need to silence Snax at the same time. Or maybe they go through CT spawn. It's still all optional. 20 seconds on the clock. Snappi lines up the shot into Archway, and he gets himself the frag onto Snax. Now it's a 2v2 situation on the A bomb site. Neo is still far away. The terrorists need to make it happen. 12 seconds on the clock. Taz puts down 2 to finish it off and make it 13-10 in favor of Virtus.pro. After giving away 7 rounds in a row, the Polish side is back in the second half, and it was getting close a little bit. If they had lost that round, they would have saved, and Copenhagen Wolves would have surely drawn that game at 12 each. Now the Danes need to step it up a little more. They know that the CTs have their number right now. 2 rounds remaining for Virtus.pro, and they are on match point. And if Copenhagen Wolves manage to gain the momentum right now and win that first map, they could actually win the second as well. But of course, Inferno is their pick. Virtus.pro pick does too. And you are considered to be better on your own map. But well, we will talk about that later. As Snappi goes into the B bomb site, he gets himself the frag. They get smoked off and slowed down, but the damage is dealt to the CTs. 55 seconds on the clock, and the terrorists now on the rotation towards the A bomb site, where Pasha and company are holding themselves against the 5 terrorists that are coming their way. Snappi rings off a shot, even though there was nobody. He expected a pop flash and a peek by Pasha or somebody else over at the A long approach. As Copenhagen Wolves move in, Taz gets himself 2 frags. And he gets himself the 3rd as well. Byali with another frag. As Snappi moves into long. Taz gets himself the 4th with a headshot onto Snappi. Makes it 14-10, single-handedly defending the A bomb site. And that was once again Taz in its finest moments. 15 frags on the board for him right now, and 4 of those have been very, very important for the CTs right now. 16 frags for Pasha. And on the other side we have Snappi with 17 and AcilioN with the same account of frags. Copenhagen Wolves now with a force buy. They want to keep Virtus.pro from reaching the match point. As Snax blows up one and burns the other one. He goes back in for more, but AcilioN puts him down, makes it a 3v4 situation. Virtus.pro on the rotation already. Neo replenished control. And look at the terrorists' HP count. Snappi down to 15, HUNDEN on 28, and AcilioN on 2. And it doesn't look too good for Copenhagen Wolves. They had a very good chance, but it went the other way in the crucial moment. And now it's Virtus.pro back in the driving seat. Neo pushes forward. He gets himself 2 in a second. Puts down AcilioN and HUNDEN. Snappi is now alone, and he tries to hold on to his Galil in the terrorist spawn area against the Virtus.pro squad, who are just waiting for the time to run out. The post will probably, well, they could go and hunt his